should.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a I can help her. What's going on? And
Uniform
what
one nights. So you think something's happened to a male in this address?
No, I know what happened.
What
I know
happened then?
everything.
Tell me
I know
what
everything.
happened.
This city is mine because I know what happened. And you need me to know, figure it out what happened. If you don't have me, you don't know what happened. You're gonna think about me, but it's not gonna be me because you have no proof.
Can you get in the van, please? You've been arrested, okay? We're trying
I've been arrested,
we're
yes,
trying,
so send me the law.
We're trying not.
Okay,
we're trying
send me.
not to manhandle you, but we need...
In the intricate realm of criminal activities, the cardinal rule is to remain elusive, steering clear of law enforcement at all costs and keeping a low profile. This is common sense, for leaving a trail of evidence for the authorities to follow is tantamount to signing your own arrest warrant. It's exceedingly rare for criminals to revisit the scenes of their misdeeds merely to taunt the police or suggest that they hold the key to solving a case. Yet, against all odds, such a bizarre incident unfolded on July 25, 2022 in Essex, where a man clutching a bottle of brandy approached the police claiming knowledge beyond the ordinary. This man is Marek Hecko, a Slovakian national who embarked on a life-altering journey when he migrated to the United Kingdom in 2019. His destination was Chelmsford, a city situated approximately 30 miles northeast of London. At the tender age of 23, Marek was brimming with hope and determination, eagerly carving out a new existence in this foreign land. He was willing to expend great effort to forge a brighter future, tirelessly working as both a waiter and a chef, seizing opportunities as they presented themselves. Fast forward 2 years to the year 2021, and it seemed that Marek had settled comfortably into life in the UK. Besides securing a stable income, he was crafting a life for himself, achieving personal milestones that filled him with pride. In October 2021, Marek embarked on a romantic journey with Stephanie Bream, a bar attendant in Chelmsford. Right from the outset, Marek was entranced by Stephanie, yearning to be in her presence and cherishing every moment spent together. However, as their relationship evolved, cracks began to surface. Stephanie grew increasingly suspicious of Marek's behavior, which included an unsettling pattern of lies and deceit. She harbored concerns that Marek might be entangled with illicit substances, allegations that Marek staunchly refuted despite mounting evidence to the contrary. Despite his vehement denials, Stephanie's intuition was unerring. Something was awry. The signs were unmistakable, and Marek's behavior while under the influence of these substances was all too apparent. 6 months into their relationship, in May 2022, Stephanie reached her breaking point. She decided to end her relationship with Marek, citing the irrevocable erosion of trust as the primary catalyst for her decision. While the breakup was ostensibly amicable, Marek found it exceedingly difficult to move on. He inundated Stephanie with incessant, emotionally charged text messages, pleading for another chance. These messages became increasingly frequent, escalating to the point of obsession. Uninvited, he appeared at her workplace and her residence, demanding her attention and the opportunity to express his feelings. Marek even resorted to fabricating a colon cancer diagnosis in a desperate attempt to elicit sympathy and regain Stephanie's affections. Regrettably, none of his efforts bore fruit. The trust between them had been irrevocably shattered, and Stephanie remained steadfast in her resolve to move forward without Marek. His incessant messages, unwelcome presence, and intrusive behavior only served to intensify her determination. However, what Stephanie was unaware of was that she had indeed embarked on a new romantic journey shortly after severing ties with Marek. She had begun seeing Adrian Ellingford, a 44-year-old resident of Chelmsford. Adrian was perceived by those who knew him as a diligent and compassionate individual, always ready to lend a helping hand to friends and neighbors in times of need. He was also a devoted father to 2 sons, aged 10 and 12, and actively participated in the local Boy Scout group as a volunteer. However, there was a shadow to this seemingly virtuous man. Despite his involvement with Stephanie, he had a wife of 17 years at home. His relationship with Stephanie was, in fact, an extramarital affair. Astonishingly, This fact did not appear to perturb either Stephanie or Adrian significantly. They continued to meet and spend time together, even in the knowledge of the complexities of their situation. On a fateful day, Stephanie was expecting Adrian to visit her at her home. Marek, in a surprising turn of events, made an unannounced appearance at her doorstep, claiming that he had come to retrieve some personal belongings left behind during their previous relationship. Although Stephanie promptly returned his belongings, Marek remained on her porch for a prolonged period. He persisted in pleading with Stephanie for another chance, professing his enduring love for her. Adrian, arriving for his scheduled visit with Stephanie, encountered Marek as he entered the house. He acknowledged Marek's presence but did not engage in conversation. Marek was curious about this stranger, but refrained from probing further. Instead, he continued his impassioned pleas to win Stephanie back. However, Stephanie remained resolute in her decision to end the relationship and consequently ignored Marek's entreaties. Marek eventually departed from Stephanie's home, undoubtedly harboring curiosity about the identity of the man he had encountered. Tragedy unfolded on July 24, 2022, a mere 2 months after Stephanie's separation from Marek. On that evening, Adrian, Stephanie, and her mother spent time together. They visited a local pub for drinks before returning to Stephanie's residence. There, they continued their social interactions, eventually retiring for the night around 1 a.m. Adrian and Stephanie ascended to her bedroom on the first floor, while her mother retired to her own room on the ground floor. The tranquility of the night was shattered when, approximately an hour and a half later, Stephanie awoke abruptly. Adrian, rising from the bed, informed her that he believed someone had entered the room. Disoriented and perplexed, Stephanie sought clarification from Adrian, who reiterated his suspicion that an intruder had been present in the house. In a distressing twist of events, Adrian then collapsed to the floor. Stephanie, still groggy from sleep, assessed the situation and noticed that Adrian had blood on him. In a frantic bid for help, she summoned her mother, who hastened upstairs to offer assistance. Stephanie, concurrently grappling with the shocking turn of events, reached out to emergency services, initiating an 11-minute call that would shed light on the night's gruesome events. During the harrowing call, Stephanie endeavored to convey the bewildering circumstances. Each passing moment brought greater clarity to the horrifying truth. Adrian had been subjected to a brutal attack, suffering not 1 but 2 stab wounds. The second thrust had been executed with such ferocity that it shattered the blade, leaving it embedded in Adrian's back. The response from emergency services was swift, but tragically, Adrian Ellingford was pronounced dead at the scene. The police promptly initiated their investigation, securing the crime scene and diligently collecting evidence. In the wake of the conviction, Adrian's wife offered an emotional tribute to her late husband. She lovingly described Adrian as her amazing partner of 17 years, highlighting his role as a loving son, a caring brother, a cherished friend to many, and, above all, a devoted father to their 2 sons. His absence would be acutely felt during pivotal moments in their sons' lives, from teaching them to drive to celebrating their achievements. His memory would forever hold a cherished place in their hearts, an indelible reminder of the love and warmth he brought to their lives.